lighting, I don't know if I like the lighting. I hate doing videos indoors. You know what? We're gonna rock it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get through it. You guys have been requesting it. We're gonna make it work. Let's see what's in my bag. All right, guys, what's up? Spoiler alert, this is gonna be just a simple rundown of what's in my bag as the season has progressed and what I have latched onto, what I've kicked out, what I still have questions about, because when it comes to high-speed drivers, I'm lost. You'll get to that in a little bit. But I wanted to do a quick update on what's in the bag. I know, quick and Rob don't go together. Be prepared for Ramblin' Rob. I'm already almost a minute in the video and I haven't even got a disc out of the bag. It's okay, I'll get there. I'll try to stay on point. But anyways, just a quick video. What I've been throwing and what I've put in the bag. You guys, almost every video, there's a couple comments asking in the bag. So let's see what's in this Grip EQ, the BX. I think it's the BX model, the BX model. Amazing. I actually, for the past, I want to say month and a half, the hottest time of the year, I've actually pulled the bag off the cart and I've been carrying it around. It's just part of my mental game, strengthening, just trying not to get lazy. So, and I've never had a grip bag up until this season. Amazing. Fits great. Holds everything and then some, but let's not talk about the bag. Let's talk about what's in the bag. First off, up top, we have, right now it's the orange Discraft towel. A little dingy and dirty. You guys know I always carry the towel with me when I'm throwing. It's my thing. Also up here, we have the old trusty Pro D Challenger. It's about time to me. Yeah, it might almost be time to replace, but actually it's in the bag currently for straight to understable shots at this point. And anything that I need to throw up shots or drives that I want to settle gently. Pro D Challenger. I have a couple of those. I definitely need to put some new ones in there. Old Faithful Crystal Zone. Any sidearm approaches, any sidearm drives around 250 feet that doesn't need any kind of skip that I just want to sit. I mean, as soon as I pull it out of the bag, it instantly went to my forehand grip. I mean, that's, in case you're wondering, that's what my forehand grip looks like. But it's just anything sidearm, any kind of upshots. I don't backhand this too much unless it's, no, I really don't backhand this too much at all because I backhand a Big Z Luna. Big Z Luna has been my go-to. Gosh, this thing's in his league of his own. I don't even know how to explain it. I can throw it pretty much the same distance as my mids and some of my fairways, you know, out to that 350 mark, and that's silly because, oh, my mic's picking up. That's all good. Anyways, Ramblin' Rob. Around that 350 mark, anything down in. Now, if I'm going for tighter, more controlled shots, I will go back to my Challenger, but I have absolutely loved this Luna. I am not as talented as Paul, and a little birdie told me that some of Paul's Lunas that aren't these domey ones, they're more flat, are actually less stable. So those little touch shots that he's throwing, they are a different run of Luna, the Big Z's. But limited edition, you guys see the video on it. Amazing disc. But let's not talk about it. I don't like talking about limited edition disc, and that's back-to-back limited edition discs are in my bag. Shh. They're not supposed to be, I'm not supposed to do that. What am I putting with? Of course, this year for the first time I switched to beadless. Beadless Lunas. The first run, not the Protos, the first run. The Protos felt a little chalky for my taste. These Protos are stiff and pretty smooth actually, but very grippy. You can kind of see, yes, they're mismatching. That's odd for me, but at the moment, it's working. This is my normal putt, and this is my spin putt. It's working. It's working. That's all I'm going to say. You can actually see, I don't know if it'll pick up in this poor lighting, but there's spots where I put my thumb, and I always put my thumb there. Let's see if I can do it. Every time, and it's actually developed a spot already. It's pretty cool. But anyways, the Luna, I'm able to putt from 40, 50 feet on a normal putt without having to jam it, and it just goes. I have never been a fan of beadless, but they've changed my mind. So on to the bag. There, let's kick that up right there. We will start on the side recommended by Team Captain Wes, is an X-Soft zone. X-Soft zones when I want to throw a zone backhand, basically. This is what I'm throwing. Anything that I want, you know, if I don't trust the wind, I want to set gently, any kind of approaches. If I want to throw, say I want to throw my Challenger, say it's like a 250-foot hole, and I'm afraid my Luna's going to go too far, but I need the stability, X-Soft zone. Hits the ground, sticks, absolutely love it. Up next is a Z Comet. Now, this Z Comet is not like the other Z Comet that I had. This Z Comet is a hyzer flip machine. I let it go on a hyzer, flips up and turns, and has no thought ever about coming back. I didn't have a disc like this in the bag until I actually lost the other Comet that I had. So this is actually a couple weeks old, and it's kind of scary how understable it is, but I don't really have a super understable disc, so it's nice that it's in the bag. Up next, I used to carry 3 or 4 buzzes, but right now I'm just carrying this green ESP Polymer buzz. It has beat in to where I can do just about whatever I want with it except be super understable. It's such a trusty disc. And I have a couple more of these. My buddy Daniel with Basket Bashers hooked me up with one, and I have another one. So I just cycle them out. The buzz, you can't go wrong with it. Point and shoot, anything around that 350 to 300 foot mark. I even club down and throw it around 275, 250 for finesse. Paul demonstrated that very good over on the Beast on hole 1. You know, he was throwing a buzz there when everybody else was throwing putters. And I like that style of powering down and doing more control, and you can do that with a buzz. What's next? Mr. Presnell, the Big Z drone. This thing is weird because it is definitely stable. It is definitely overstable. It's not meat hook like the Tour Series ESP drones, but it is very stable. But it also goes a long way. You know, I thought it was crazy that Mr. Presnell was throwing his Big Z drone 400 plus feet. But as I'm starting to beat this in, I can understand. They go. It's weird. But yeah, it's a longer zone for me. For him, it's a high-speed driver. I don't know. He's beat his in for years. Who knows? On to the fairways. This is where stuff starts getting complicated. Oh, I have never carried this many fairways. Right now, I have a Big Z Mantis that it's a situational disc. I don't throw it a lot, but when I'm in the woods, it is that hyzer flip to turn right, and it doesn't think about coming back. It's like a longer buzz, and it doesn't come back, and but it's not super understable. The best way I can describe it, as I said already, is a longer buzz. It just turns over and it just goes. Next up are my Undertakers. I have again a Big Z and a TI. This Big Z is my hyzer flip to turn over. It's kind of like my Mantis. They're battling each other's spots. I just don't know which one. I don't know. But they're in pretty similar shape. I can hyzer flip it through the woods, and I know I can power down on this and still get it to go straight when I can't get my buzz there. You're gonna hear me reference that buzz a lot because my whole bag's based around that buzz and its flight, and you'll learn. The TI Undertaker has slowly beaten up to be a hyzer flip to straight. Anything all the way up to about 400 feet. These go forever. I actually have 2 more ready to go in the bag, but this one just can't come out of the bag. In the woods, anything that I don't want to have a hard fade, which means when it finishes, it comes out to the left, anything like that, I'm still going to go with my TI Undertaker. Next up is the Vulture. The Vulture is in a weird spot in my bag. For a while, this was my dominant forehand disc. I absolutely love it. It's still in the bag. I don't know if this mold is gonna stay in the bag anymore. The reason this mold might not stay in the bag anymore is because I am bagging the Test Flight, aka the Onyx. The Onyx is a tick more stable than the Vulture. I love the Vulture brand new, but as it beats in, I'm sure some of y'all that have thrown them know, they will beat in to get a little less stable. This guy, brand new, is a tad too stable for what I want, but as it's beating in, it's becoming what the Vulture was brand new. Tip to save you some money and help the longevity of your discs, always buy a little bit more stable than you want. That way when it beats in, it's exactly what you want. That way I can just keep cycling them in. So the Onyx is my go-to for sidearms that I don't want to be too aggressive with, or just long fairway shots that I need to hyzer the entire way and not have to worry about turning over too much unless I just really yank on it. The Onyx is slowly becoming a very workhorse in my bag. Speaking of workhorse, the Z-Raptor. It's really, actually I really love this one in particular. I just love the plastic combination. It just looks good. This is, and I'm going to quote Yuli on it, a longer zone. If you keep that mindset, when I pull this disc out, it's only because I can't get my zone there, and I don't feel comfortable with my drone on the sidearm at the moment, or backhand. Anytime I want a little bit more, but I want my zone flight, I'm going for my Raptor. That's what it's in the bag for. Nothing else, nothing less. I'm throwing it when I want to throw my zone, but I don't trust it that day, or I can't get it there that day. Raptor. Great fairway, 9-speed, predictable, not super glidey. That one I highly recommend. Anybody could use that one. I love that one. Okay, going into Chaos. Chaos is this pile of plastic. This pile of plastic consists of, where is it at? 2 cranks and 2 punishers. Gotta make sure the right one there. I have 2 green discs, and that was the worst decision ever. But anyways, okay. 2 cranks, 2 punishers. The cranks are in Z. The Punisher, I have one in Z and one in ESP. They're both big rim, high-speed drivers. They both fly similar for me at the moment because my form is pretty broken. And to be completely honest with you guys, I don't throw drivers a lot in my area. I just don't. I'll give you my local course, the longest hole on the course is like 340. So over the years, it's kind of hindered me on distance drivers. I don't practice with them. I mean, the field that I go to is 450-ish feet back to forward, and I haven't put a lot of time into drivers. I haven't. But these two are fighting for a spot in the bag on backhand. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that this ESP Punisher is an amazing sidearm disc for me when I want a lot of distance. When I want to get up to that 400-foot mark, when I want to pop it out, hyzer flip, drift, and come back, I am going with my ESP Punisher. Max distance, sidearm, when there's not a ton of wind. Absolutely love it. Keeping on the sidearm theme, we have the Zeus. The Zeus is my go-to sidearm disc, period. Anything that I feel like throwing a sidearm, I'm not worried about, placing it. If I'm worried about placing it, I'm pulling the Raptor. But if I'm worried about throwing sidearm and sidearm into a wind and just having fun throwing sidearm, it's going to be the Zeus. It feels absolutely amazing. The Force and the Nuke have a little deeper rim, or a slight different feeling, but for me, the Zeus, for my grip and my sidearm style, anything up to 400 feet on a controlled hyzer that I know is not going to get crazy and go left on me, I'm throwing the Zeus. It's just absolutely comfortable in the hand. Speaking of nukes, I have 2 more. I have this I lose you every time I throw you brown ESP nuke that is surprisingly stable. Can you hear the heartbeat? This thing is super stable for a nuke. I took it to Mobile, where we're throwing like 400-foot hyzers the entire round because that's what that course is. And I literally threw this, I think, every single drive into whatever wind because it just held. It's silly how stable this is for me at this moment. But it goes. It's sneaky disc. It's such a fast disc. 13 speed. And it flies like an 18 speed, I swear. It's so fast. And I used to throw nukes everywhere back many moons ago when I was about, we won't talk about it. But backhand, just smash, it goes boom. I absolutely love it. And finally, the last nuke in my bag. Everybody has to have that big, dumb, overstable, high-speed driver in your bag. You just have to. For thumbers, utility shots, skip shots. Oh my gosh, there's a 20-mile-an-hour headwind shots. Nuke OS. Absolutely love this disc for sidearm, backhand, thumbers. I even do finger pop rollers with them. Yes, I said finger pop because I'm in the South. What's up? You got something about that? I said finger pop. But you guys can, great example on the So Blue Productions Panhandle Open round 2, hole 2. Sidearm roller. Absolutely love it. This is a monstrous rim. I cannot explain how big this rim is. It is ginormous, and I use it to my advantage. I use it to my advantage because it's really overstable. It'll sit, pop, spike in on a hyzer and sit. It will hold that sidearm, get that big flare, or I can throw that thumber and I know it's gonna flip over, smack, and come in really hard. I love having a big, dumb, overstable disc. It's the easiest shot in disc golf is a hyzer, and this thing does it every time, all day, no exception. That's why it's in the bag. So that is my in the bag. I have a bunch of stuff. My fiance got me bag tag with pictures of the family on it. I have, there's stuff in here. There's a lot of stuff in here. Baseball to get disc out of the tree, retriever, extra towels, ibuprofen because I'm old. Not that old. I'm not in Masters, guys. Stop it! I'm not that old yet. Okay? Okay? Minis, shameless plug of myself, a little Rec Rob Stant Mini, whatever. Is that weird that I have a mini of my own logo? I don't know. Just all kinds of stuff. Dirt bag. That's my bag, guys. I rambled for 17 minutes. You probably ain't even watching no more. Are you? Probably not. But anyways, that's my bag. Look for a video with me actually throwing this stuff coming up when it's not 110 degrees plus 110 degrees outside. We will be doing pretty much reviews on every disc that Discraft's ever made, and I will have many different arm speeds outlooks on it, and I look forward to doing that. But as always, guys, I want to thank my sponsor, Discraft, Discraft Underground, Team Captain Wes, for allowing me to represent the company, and it's been a blast. I've shooted the best golf ever. I've been shooting the best golf I've ever shot, ever. My rating is higher than it's ever been. I've had multiple thousand rated rounds this year. It's been a blast, and I hope to continue this for a long time. So this is my I was gonna say quick. It's now 18 minutes. This is my in the bag. I hope to see you guys later. As always, be better than yesterday. Take it easy.